haven't slept in days. But it wasn't always like this. At first, it was just a bug here, a bug there. I could brush them off easily. They just disappear. I thought it was odd. And then, one day, it got crazy. I'd be fine 1 minute. Then suddenly, I'd have hundreds of black bugs crawling all over me. Water seemed to be the only way to get them off. I've been showering 15 times or more a day. It's really taking a toll on my skin. I figured out they like certain types of fabric. So I tried plastic sheets. I still couldn't sleep. Their affinity for fabric even isolated me from my friends and family, as I spent most of my time nude in an attempt to debug myself. Being nude had another drawback. The bugs began trying to burrow in through my bodily orifices, but thankfully, I was always able to dig them out. After 10 days of virtually no sleep, I fought back. I hired an exterminator, but it didn't help. So, I bought my own toxic sprays. Again, no help. It was then that I uncovered a worldwide conspiracy within the chemical manufacturing industry. What I was buying wasn't effective. But what I couldn't figure out is why they would single me out. After my third burrowing incident, I abandoned my nudity. Instead, I tried to seal off my bodily openings with plastic. This had a positive effect. But I still couldn't sleep. My first real sleep didn't come until I tried sleeping in water. Sleeping in my bathtub was probably the only thing that kept me from going crazy. Somewhere around day 15, it dawned on me. The source of infestation wasn't my house. It was me. The few times I ventured out into public, I realized the bugs followed me. And wherever I went, others gave me confirmation.
The bugs are inside of you.
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 The bugs are inside of you. The bugs are inside of you. The bugs are inside of you. The bugs are inside of you. The bugs are inside of you. The bugs are inside of you.
Now that I knew the bugs were inside of me, I needed a new plan. So, I went to the doctor. But this too was folly. In the 1930s, the U.S. government conducted experiments on prisoners and poor minorities in Tuskegee, Alabama, infecting them with syphilis and then letting them die. So I figured the government implanted these bugs inside of me as part of an experiment conducted on me when I was in prison a few years back.
You're suffering from schizophrenia, but all the psychiatric hospitals are full.
How could I have been so stupid? I should have known. The doctors are at the center of the conspiracy.
I want you to take these, then come back in a week.
This is probably the same doctor that affected me back in prison. Or it'll make them multiply, and my problem will be tenfold. If it was the government's plan to slowly destroy me, they were succeeding. With each avenue to extermination blocked by the conspiracy, I was out of ideas. I had nowhere to turn. During my youth in Catholic school, I remembered learning about the various ways in which God speaks. I remember scoffing at the idea of an audible voice, but here, in my darkest hour, I began to believe. I began searching for a supernatural way out of this hell I was living in. For the first time, doubt started giving way to hope. And then, I heard it. It was so simple and clear. I knew what I had to do. And I would have been free, except for the fact that I always pass out at the sight of my own blood.